Hey y'all, boom yum, boom yum, boom 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 boom. Let's get everything going. Let's get it crunk up in this. Hey, in this dancery, we got it open wide, so you gotta dance for me. Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. Let's get it pumping while you're jumping. So let's dance for me. I don't care what y'all say. These electronic screen wipes have been working on my doggone glasses. These Windex screen wipes, they've been working, and that's what I'm using, god dog it. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Y'all, this is a good week for those of us getting ready to go down to the cruise where the no kids be. I am officially getting excited now because multiple things are going on at the same time. I'm at my threshold where like I be needing to go to Miami. I haven't been to Miami in a couple of weeks. So the fact that I get to go down to Miami this week and spend some time with my people and then spend some time with y'all on the Funky Bunch cruise is everything to me. Now the Funky Bunch, y'all hoes getting in on Friday. Me and Leg were getting in on Thursday to make sure everything is okay. But listen, Miss Kenny them have been calling me from down to the bar where the Honda cars be, and they are super excited that after our welcome dinner, just like last year, I'm going to give y'all a day in the life of my real life with my real bar friends, with the real bar characters, me doing the real things that I do. They were like, Q, do we need to get a DJ? Do we need to get on this? I said, nope, we're not getting no DJ. I'm going to control the jukebox the way I normally do when I'm down to the bar. And Kenny going to roll around on the ground drunk like he normally do when we down to the bar. All my bar friends and people are going to be there and we going to have an amazing time. So y'all, after the welcome dinner is at 6:45. Just like last year, those who want to go can go with us down to the bar where the Honda cars be. Those that want to get some rest can go back to the hotel. But we will be going to Happy's Stork Lounge after the welcome dinner, probably about 10:30-ish. We definitely going to be there before 11 o'clock and then stay down there for a little bit before we have to get up and board the ship the next day. I don't have to board the next ship. I think I got the earliest boarding, which is 1:30. We're going to have a real good time. Y'all, it is currently early voting. Georgia's District 13. If you're in the district, go early vote. Tell everybody vote for Dr. Heavenly for that seat for District 13. Y'all, we can't forget, because these people pay me real good. Y'all have got to get your butter body souffles, the Funky Dineva edition. They are selling like hotcakes, and I'm telling y'all the results people are getting on their skin is absolutely amazing, guys. You can check out the link in my Instagram bio or go to funkydineva.com and the link there to get your butter skin products. This partnership with Butter has been one in which I could have just never dreamed about. Funky Carousel don't take Amex. Good to know I got other cards. I'm glad you brought up Carousel because, guys, this July, we going down to Carousel. We're going to have a good time. And we've already locked in the cruise for next year. Y'all going to love it. We're going to announce it on the cruise. We're going to have an amazing time. What else I got on this paper? Cruise, early voting, Happy's, new cruise, Carousel. I don't hit all my good morning my good morning church announcements. Y'all, last but not least, everybody could use something to calm them down and make them feel good in between their legs and in their butt. And if that's you, please go to My Tea Hemp and Herbs and use promo code Funky15. Let me tell y'all something. Over the weekend, when I made some more pork chops, y'all just saw the sandwich, but I used that honey. That's not the honey I got. I got the regular honey. I used that with some hot sauce and I drizzled that over that pork chop. I got satisfied from the front and from the back. The pork chop satisfied me from the front just because it was salty, it was good, it was fried, it was hot, it was crispy. My tea, hemp, and herbs satisfied me from the bike. Because after about 30 minutes or so, baby, I started feeling good all over my body, in between my legs and in my butt. I felt all relaxed and whatnot. And it's all because my tea, hemp, and herbs, I'm telling y'all, that honey goes a long way when you put it on your food. It is amazing. I love getting the house high or woozy or whatever by making pans of chicken wings and putting that honey drizzle all over. I had my whole family high down at my sister's house. Had the old people eating and everything, and everybody loved it. Even the saved people. Even the older saved people, they was trying to show us that they used to be cool back in the day. They was like, give me one or two. Baby, I had the old people in there feeling good. We had the music going. And speaking of feeling good, you know, this week, I feel like because I'm gearing up for vacation, I ain't really come here to work. So I already did an edible. Y'all saw that I re-upped over the weekend. Baby, I spent $250 with my girl E. Shouts out to E, Evelyn with the edibles or whatever. Goddamn. I took a piece of Cinnamon Toast Crunch edible and I got me some vodka in this cup and some fruit punch splash ginger ale. So one or two things can happen. Either we gonna get through this show with no hiccups, or somewhere in between this show, all this shit gonna kick in and have a chain reaction in my body, and the show gonna go to hell. We finna try to get the show going before the show go to hell. So let's just jump right on in, guys. So I don't know if over the weekend you guys saw a video of a white girl. She was rage baiting and she was discussing how prom reveals in the black community have become a thing because black girls are never going to get married. And she just gave this whole anthropologic thesis on why prom reveals and the big fancy dresses are a huge deal, because this is the last milestone that many black girls are going to celebrate, that they're never going to get married. So they put their all into prom reveals. And what bothered me so much about her video, and I'm not going to play it, but what bothered me so much about it is, once again, you had white people stepping their ass into our pond, into our business, and then she made an assessment based on a lens that they already want to view us through, and that's not necessarily the case. I, for one moment, with all of the critiques that I have given prom reveals back in the day, I've never got up here and said anything about because these girls ain't gonna never get married. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. And that's what bothered me so much, because again, you just deciding that black people are bottom of the barrel, so that must be the reason. When in all honesty, I can tell you on behalf of all black people that a wedding was the last thing ever going through any of these girls or any of these people's mind. Black people have always been extra. Okay? Black people, we have always been overdressed for the occasion. Black people, we have always been gaudy. And for Miss White Girl and the rest of them that's buying into what she's saying, go F yourself and stay out of black people's business. Because the reality of the situation is, you give it 1 or 2 more seasons and you watch and see the white kids try to follow suit and do the same doggone thing. It has nothing to do. And I'll be the first person to say, I think many of them are ghetto. I'll be the second person to say, I didn't understand them when they first came out. I'll be the third person to say, but I'm old enough to understand, let them kids do what it is they want to do, long as they ain't hurting nobody. Long as the parents want to pay for it, it ain't for my 42-year-old ass to understand. And that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. And honestly and truthfully, as the years go by, I'm starting to get with the program. I know me, last year, I said, if my niece and nephew ever wanted to do that, I didn't want no parts of it. I'm not going to lie to you. I've changed my mind. I've come to realize, Quentin, you don't have to understand everything. It's not for you to understand. Let them kids do what it is they do in their generation. We had our time during ours. Let them have theirs. So if my sister was to call me right now and said, my nephew said, will you buy him a camel? Then, bitch, I'm going to say, well, listen, I ain't finna buy the whole camel, but I could go in 50-50 with y'all on the camel. Now, really quickly, before I even get into this video, I'm trying to think which way should I do this. What animal are y'all willing to go in on for the prom for y'all kids? I'm willing to go in on a camel, because the camels ain't never hurt nobody. And I go in on a horse and carriage. I go in on a camel, and I go in on a horse and carriage. Outside of that, I don't know if I'm finna go in on too many more animals. These kids got Bengal tigers out there. They got bears from the zoo out there. They got the Lion King. I still got this. One of us got to be smart. Somebody said a peacock. Somebody said a pony. See, you got to give me non-dangerous, we could make it out. Somebody said a leopard. See, baby, I ain't messing with that leopard. Somebody said a giraffe. The giraffes ain't never hurt nobody. Somebody said the llama. Somebody said the goat. The elephants ain't never hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? We got to go out there and get these kids. Let me listen. When y'all got funky Dineva with a change of heart, y'all know we got to do the shit. Especially if your kids make good grades. And if your kids done did everything you told them kids to do, go on out there and get them a camel. Okay? If we got anybody black on in the funky bunch that sell camels, okay, I'm going to give you a free slot on the show if you sell camels. Nevertheless, y'all, take a look at this video that this gentleman made, and it may help change your perspective about prom send-offs.
Some people think prom send-offs are doing too much money, too much attention, too much effort just for a dance. But it has never been just a dance. This is what it looks like when a community decides to celebrate its children out loud. This is what it looks like when a parent pauses and says, look at you. Look how far you've come. Getting to this moment couldn't have been easy. All night, early mornings, sacrifices that nobody saw, and prayers that nobody heard. So when that child steps outside, dressed in excellence, it's not about showing off. It's about showing up for them. It's about surrounding them with love before they step into a world. It's just not always the same. It's about capturing a moment. For some families, that's healing. For others, this is legacy. For all of us, this is love in its most visible form. No, this is not doing too much. This is doing exactly what's necessary. Creating a memory that will carry for the rest of their lives. And for one night, before they walk into the future, they get to feel what it feels like when the world stopped for them.
And for one night, before they step into the future, they get to feel what it's like for the world to stop for them. That's a powerful statement. For one night, before they step into the future, they get to stop and see what the world feels like when it stops for them. It's changed my complete perspective. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I did not like about the prom send-offs in the beginning. I was always worried about the poor kids, right? Because high school is already a competition. We've all been. Who got the baddest shoes? Who got the baddest outfit? Who got the best hair? Who got the most best book bag? Who got the nicest car? It's already one of those things. And then we already live in a world where there's a certain group of the kids that the parents have to take up collections for wedding dresses. Now, when I was in high school, the way you showed out was with the rental car. Whoever had the rental car. Now, I had responsible, law-abiding parents. I knew better than to ask my daddy to get me a rental car because he was not going to do it. I was not old enough to drive no rental car. He was not going to take no liability for no rental car. I was not going to be parading around Miami in no $100,000 vehicle in Otha name. Okay? That's what it was when I was in school. Who could get the nicest rental? Now, all of a sudden, it's this prom thing. And like I said, send-off thing, I don't understand it. But some people argue it's too much materialism. In a perfect world, they wouldn't be, but they're here, okay? And like I said, they ain't hurting nobody. Don't go broke for them. I don't think it's smart to go broke for them. But I will say, I do worry about the message that it sends to the kids that are less fortunate. It's like, damn, we could barely afford to go to the prom. Now y'all really telling us that we nothing because we don't get to do a prom send-off either. You know what I'm saying? Or they end up doing the one in the projects that we all looking at and laughing at, and it's a whole situation. Nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? I do think that there are some times where it's okay for us adults to say, if you can't beat them, join them, right? And this is one of rare moments y'all see on this show where I've had a complete change of heart. I don't understand it. I'm in a blessed position financially. If my nieces and nephews wanted to do it, I'm going half on a camel. And that's just where I'm at with it. It ain't for me to understand. It's for them. They ain't hurting nobody. They good kids. And if they want a camel coming out their mama garage, shitting all in the front of the yard and the HOA, people gonna give my sister a ticket, then that's between her husband, and their HOA. But I'm going half on the camel, and that's just where I'm at with it. All right, guys. So now we got to get into a lot of what was going on over the weekend, baby. We had breakups. We had shootings. We got conspiracy theories. It's all type of conversation. We got shit going on with Jocelyn and them down there to the Zeus. Baby, y'all had it all going on this weekend, and I'm going to try to hit all of the shit on a macro level. But first, let's get into this White House Correspondence Dinner shooting. I'm not getting real deep into this. I'm just going to simply tell y'all, and I think y'all have all realized on your own accord, that this whole shooting was staged. And let me tell y'all how I knew the shooting was staged. I knew the shooting was staged when immediately the news breaks of the shooting, and then the next thing we see is footage of Erica Kirk being drugged out of the place, and she's crying audibly loud. That was the first thing that gave it away. First and foremost, Erica Kirk has not cried audibly loud for her own goddamn husband. Her husband was shot in the neck, in the jugular, died in front of her and her children, and that lady did not cry audibly loud once. As a matter of fact, her face is stone cold. Call that hoe Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yet, in this particular instance, they're whisking her away. She's crying audibly loud, and on cue, we hear her say, "I just want to go home." Right within the purview and the reach of the audio and the video equipment. Let me tell y'all something. You overplayed your hand. That when I saw that Erica Kirk shit, I was like, child, please. I turned my whole TV. And I didn't turn the whole TV channel. I turned my whole TV off. I was done with the TV for the day. It was so staged, just like the assassination attempt earlier during the campaign was staged, just like all the other stuff. It was staged. It was staged. It was staged. It was staged. I'm not even finna get into the nuts and bolts of how did he get in there with a gun, how he got the Secret Service and all of this happened. The whole situation was staged. And unfortunately, Donald Trump, I think that your people, y'all have done so much damage that ain't nobody buying it. Nobody's buying it. Even MAGA's not outraged. Now, you know people not buying it. Even MAGA is not outraged. Even MAGA don't dip back. They ain't saying nothing. They ain't saying, normally they be calling us all types of niggers, the blacks, the niggers did this. Child, MAGA ain't, even MAGA like, bitch, we still trying to get our food stamps and our Doge check. You know it's something with MAGA. This would be a prime opportunity for MAGA to be calling us all out our names, baby, and to be divisive. Ordinarily, Trump would have said something in the press, a dog whistle towards black folks. I mean, just ain't said nothing. Ain't said nothing. The Proud Boys ain't said nothing. Like, if I'm telling y'all the truth, they ain't call us enough niggers. If you honestly want to be, they ain't call us enough niggers for me. That's how you know they ain't call, matter of fact, I'm talking about enough. They ain't called us one. They ain't called us a nan nigga. Any other time they'd have been lined up to racize us. They love to racize us. They would have racismed our ass in a heartbeat. They ain't called us one nigga. Not one. That's how y'all know. Baby, when y'all making the racist people see the light, you know something going wrong. Oh, somebody said he did call him a thug. Child. Moving right along. This bitch. This gonna be another quick hit because I was letting her ass have it all weekend. Y'all can go on my Instagram. But Donald Trump took to his Truth Social and posted this, Photoshop version of a Time magazine. And it says Candace Owens stock, which was very high, has fallen a long way. Her attack on the First Lady of France is despicable. I believe in this case, without verification, she's an extremely low IQ individual. That is his new buzzword. He loved calling black folks low IQ or whatever the case may be. Nevertheless, I seen a couple people, just a handful, on social media saying, I don't give a damn. She's still a black woman. I don't give a damn. I'm not letting Trump and Laura Loomer talk about her. We still need to stand up for Candace Owens. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. That's what's wrong. And that's why our community is so doggone broken now, because we too damn forgiving. We too forgiving. And as a community, we so insecure. We want to be accepted by everybody. We want to be liked by everybody. We want to give everybody a chance. And it's time that we start adopting some of the ways of some of these other communities. Absolutely not. That bitch don't cross us in ways that we cannot come back from, and she's never to be trusted. She's never to be trusted. There is nothing that Candace Owens can ever do in this lifetime to redeem herself. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There is nothing she can do in this lifetime to ever redeem herself with the collective. You chose your side. And a lot of people get caught up in this. Oh, y'all just mad because she tells the truth about the black community. Let me be very clear with you. I've never had a problem with the truth. I've never had a problem with the truth. What I have a problem with is your intentions behind the way and the reasons why you tell the truth in the ways that you tell it and the audiences that you choose to tell it to. Candace Owens does not tell the truth for the sake of bettering the black community. Candace Owens does not tell the truth for the sake of uplifting the black community. Candace Owens tells the truth in a pointed narrative in a way to gain acceptance and applause amongst white audiences, and in a way to further demonize us, to make herself look like I'm not like them. I'm one of the good ones. And look, I believe the same thing about those niggers that you do. Okay? That's what she does with her truth. Truth without compassion is brutality. Okay? Truth without compassion is brutality. If Candace Owens gave a damn about uplifting the black community, then there is a way that you tell the truth to the black community in a way that they can process it, digest it, swallow it, and in a way that is uplifting and empowering, and not in a way that is demonizing and embarrassing to our oppressors. So miss me with all of that. Y'all just mad because Candace Owens tell the truth and y'all can't handle it. And what she's saying, baby, I never had a problem with the truth. Never had a problem with the truth. It was all about the delivery, the intentions behind the delivery, and who you were delivering it to. Iyanla Vanzant tells us the truth all day long, and we love her. We rest in her bosom. Who else is people that tell us the truth? Tyler Perry, depending on, tells us the truth sometimes. Who else tells us the truth? We got quite a few people out there telling us the truth, and we process it just fine. Just fine. The problem ain't never been with the truth. Truth without compassion is brutality. Remember that. Let's move on. This one is a little funny. Now, I know I just said truth without compassion is brutality. So I'm going to try to not be brutal with this outfit, okay? I'm going to try to not be brutal with this outfit. Now, Claressa, this is my auntie calling me. Claressa Shields got on this internet and said, soft girl era, but my hands will always work. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. I believe in Jesus Christ. He's the giver of our life. From heaven he came down. Oh, what joy I found. I know you were not there, and you don't know when or where, but I'm a believer. I'm a believer. Say yes. Yes, I'm a believer. Yes. And I'm going to keep holding on to his ever-changing hand because I do believe that it's going to get better one day. Claressa, what is this shit you got on, girl? Like Claressa, for real. Hold on, y'all. Claressa! Claressa, the people want to know what in the Fredericks of Hollywood flea market tease this is. Now, let's start. What is it, y'all? It's the shoes. And I'm going to tell y'all, I finally realized something. Today. I don't dislike Claressa Shields. I don't. As a matter of fact, I actually think I like her a little bit. I think I like her. Now, let's start with the top. Under no circumstances can anybody call this girl ugly. This girl is not ugly by any stretch of the imagination. She is a pretty girl. She has a nice face. The hair is giving a perfect 100 out of 100. The hair is giving a perfect 100 out of 100. She look good. It's the spandex outfit and it's the shoes, and then she went and got the Louis Vuitton purse and just thinks she giving it to the girls. Let me tell y'all what the problem is with Claressa. The problem with Claressa is that Claressa just don't want to be Claressa. Claressa gets on the internet wanting the applause of being the new it girl in town, and the fashions are not giving that. Like, I get it, Claressa. You want to be a bad bitch, okay? And it's a lot of women get on the internet and want to be bad bitches. It's a lot of them. And I can understand you wanting to be a bad bitch. Who wouldn't want to be bad with all the applause that comes along with it? But Claressa, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right, Claressa. And here's the thing. It's you've got to be seeing what the folks saying about you on the internet. You got to be seeing it. And I think the more you see it, the more you try and be like, okay, I'm going to come back and I'm going to give them this. And you keep failing. Claressa, all you got to do, let me give you a secret, Claressa. Just find any one of your favorite girls from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta or from The Real Housewives or from Married to Medicine. Find out which one of these stylists they around here using around Atlanta and just hire one of these stylists, Claressa. It really is that simple. You got the money. You got the money. You got the body. Claressa, just get one of these stylists. Now, it would be different if these were candid photos and somebody just found you minding your business, not bothering nobody. But you are purposely putting these photos out. You're wanting us to be like, yes, girl, go in, daughter. Let have Miss Claressa, and we can't do that yet. Girl, not with them white. Girl, Claressa, I'm dying to know where you bought them shoes at. Because it's giving country is all hell. It's giving country, I mean, the spandex. Claressa. And I'm going to be honest with you, Papoose, you ain't shit either. But I guess Papoose say the less money you spend on clothes, the more your money he could spend. I guess that's what it is, girl. The work ain't honest, but it pays. Claressa, what is you got on, baby? God damn. Where is you from? Because the people say you was from New York, and I thought the New York girls know how to dress. I am so sorry. This is giving Jacksonville. This is giving Duval County. Y'all drop down in the chat right now and tell me what country ass city is this giving? This is giving Albany. This is giving Cordelia, Georgia. This is giving Valdosta. Okay. This is giving Tunica, Mississippi. Okay. This is giving Memphis. Okay. This is giving Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay. This is giving a Tallahassee tease. This is giving Tallahassee. Oh, they say she from Flint, Michigan. This is giving she drank that water down there in Flint. I don't know why I thought she was from New York and New Jersey. Somebody say it's giving Columbia, South Carolina. It's giving Birmingham. It's giving Detroit. It's giving Detroit all the way down. It's giving Detroit. Is Detroit in the building? This how y'all dressed in Detroit. Yep. With Nikki Gilbert was on R&B Divas with Curvato. This looked like something that would have been in the Curvato collection. Yes, God. I just want to make her be from Jacksonville. This what y'all Jacksonville hoes look like. Somebody said Shreveport. Somebody say the St. Louis. St. Louis. Yep. This is St. Louis. This is Jacksonville. This somebody say cute. Don't talk about my hometown, Albany. This is all that. They say this ain't no doggone Memphis. Nah, this giving a Memphis tease. This what the girls that get arrested in 201 Popular look like. Somebody said Houston. Nah, it ain't Houston. But it's definitely giving. It's definitely giving Palaca, Florida. Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. Florida gonna have to take responsibility for this. Jacksonville, y'all can have it. This Jacksonville all day long. Moving right along, guys. We got to talk about this, and I'm gonna take my time and let this one breathe. Meg Thee Stallion confirms her split from Klay Thompson. Trust, fidelity, and respect are non-negotiable for me in a relationship. And then Meg also wrote, cheating. Had me round your family playing house. You got cold feet, holding you down, through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during the basketball season. And now you don't know if you can be monogamous. Bitch, I need a real break after this. So what I deduce from this is that, Meg was blindsided because he probably called her up on the phone or texted her and said he can't be monogamous after she's invested whatever all she's invested in this relationship. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't have much commentary here to have on the breakup as much as I do about how disgusted I am by the conversations that Black men are having about Meg Thee Stallion on social media. I am so effing disgusted. Number one, first thing I want to say, I don't give a damn if you are a celebrity or not. Breakups are hard, okay? Breakups are hard, especially when you love somebody, especially when trust has been broken, especially when you start planning some sort of future. It don't have to be forever, some sort of future, whether it's 3, 5, or 10 years. You start, the girl said, you had me around your family. When you start doing stuff like that and then you pull the rug from up under somebody's feet, you know what I'm saying? That hurts a lot. And just where is the compassion for somebody that's just going through emotional pain? That's first and foremost. Now, the second thing, and I'm talking to the Black male collective as a star. Y'all are some gross, nasty motherfuckers. And ladies, I want you guys to understand, especially because I'm going to tie a lot of things into this. Ladies, those of you who are watching me who have gay sons, when we begin to have conversations, when you hear gay men talk about how the barbershop was not a safe space for us, a lot of times it didn't have to do with us being physically attacked or us being verbally attacked. A lot of times it wasn't a safe space for us because of the types of conversations that we had to listen to and endure when being in the barbershop. And I promise you, I was looking at the Mace and Cameron podcast, the play that Mace had. And when Mace was talking, and for him to be a pastor, I was so disappointed. It took me back to the barbershop when I had to sit there and listen to black men talk about cheating on their wives and cheating on their girlfriends, and when I used to watch black men have their side pieces and their girlfriends come up to the barbershop. Never once in this public discourse about Meg Thee Stallion's breakup have you ever seen a black man condemn Klay Thompson for cheating. You have not seen any think pieces on black men condemning him for cheating. Yet, all of the conversation is surrounded around Meg being a whore. She's a hoe. Oh, he wasn't going to wife her. She been with all these different dudes. Every conversation is about them running a list of all of the guys she has been publicly linked to. I've even saw a AI cartoon of her in the bed doggy style, and then all the men are lined up behind her. And I just do not like this narrative that men, black men in particular, are trying to push amongst women. I am sorry. Like, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I am missing something. When y'all was in college, y'all didn't date and sleep with people. When y'all was in y'all 20s, when y'all was, ladies, I need an understanding. Like, okay, I got a question. This is how we gonna do this. Ladies, when y'all were single and when y'all were in y'all 20s, how many people a year would you say you were sleeping with? Different people. I would assume that number would be maybe 2 to 3 within a year's time of dating, being on college, being in your 20s. Like, that's just what young people do, right? Like, am I missing something? Until you settle down for real, you got college. You might, sleep with a few people here. Then when you get out of college, now you in the real world, you messing with older men that may got a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? You might date this one, get you pick up two. I'm not understanding. And with the men, if you run the men's list, they list is 2 and 3 and 4 times longer than these women. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's why I think all these niggas gay. Cause they own math, don't math. If a girl is only allowed to have sex with 2 people in her whole lifetime, according to y'all red pill niggas on these podcasts, but yet y'all allowed to have sex with 50, 11 people, then who are y'all having sex with? It's got to be trannies and other boys. It's got to be. Because if the girl's only allowed to have sex with 2 people and y'all allowed to have sex with 60 people, y'all gonna run out of girls. Which leads me to believe y'all fucking the trans in the ass and fucking the boys in the ass and making them wear wigs. That's what it's got to be. The only difference between Meg Thee Stallion and y'all mammy is the fact that y'all know who Meg Thee Stallion was with. We don't even know if she has sex with all these damn people. The conversation is disgusting. The conversation is disgusting. And like I said, black men have a very hard problem holding other black men accountable, especially when it comes to the area of women. Because in our community, and not just black men, in a lot of male spaces, the more females you bag, the more cool points you get for being a man. On all of these podcasts, you've never seen one black man doing a think piece about why it is he cheated on that girl. That's the more evolved conversation. That is the more evolved conversation. You ain't found one. That's why I always say there's a very intimate conversation that black men need to lock themselves in the house and have amongst each other. We need to lock ourselves in a house, no girls allowed, like the little rascals, and have a conversation. Where is the outrage from the black male community about why black men continue to break the hearts of black women? especially successful black women. Where are the videos of the old school black men condemning Klay Thompson for what he did to this girl? You won't find it. Your healing is on the other side of that answer. Why won't we find it? Black men, why won't we find it? Our healing is on the other side of that answer. Meg, I feel sorry for you, baby. I ain't finna lie to you. Meg Thee Stallion give me, she finna go get her a female next. I'm telling y'all, that's what it's giving. It's giving me, it's Meg Thee Stallion is giving me, it's giving me that she finna go get her a woman next. Now I see why y'all eating coochie. I see why Portia over there eating coochie. It just make more sense, quiet as it's kept. Moving right along, guys. Also over the weekend, we're going to take our time and let this story breathe a little bit too. Kenya Moore's hair salon, I guess, you know, the legal paperwork went through and the sheriff came to put out whatever, to take possession of the property and to put out whatever belongings that were in the building that were left. And so Britt Edie drove past the salon and, you know, did a little video, and she was kind of like, you know, saying this is what happens when you play dirty. And Kenya happened to be in New York with her daughter, and she wrote, I've spent the last several weeks moving out of my salon as a result of my ongoing legal battle of improvement funds I am rightfully owed. My only recourse was to withhold rent and to file a countersuit. I already have my outfit laid out for court, child. To all the amazing women and men who came and twirled in style, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This salon chapter is closing. Trust me, it's not the end. It's just the beginning of a new era. Stay tuned for what's next. All right, so guys, you know, I never quite got my hands and my head wrapped around Kenya's salon debacle, right? There's a lot that I think here. The first thing that I think is that Kenya got in over her head with the salon business. I really do. I think Kenya got in over her head. And then I also think once Kenya was no longer on the show, it may have killed whatever marketing play that she had for the salon, right? Number two, you know, as far as Kenya withholding the rent, you know, withholding rent is the right that you do have when a landlord is not doing what they're supposed to do. But even there's a proper protocol when it comes to that. You're supposed to put the rent in escrow. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're going to hold it for a prolonged, period of time. And that's to show the courts, listen, I'm not trying to keep this person's money, and it's not that I can't afford it. I have the money, but they need to do what it is they need to do. Thirdly, I'm just not 100% convinced that Kenya understood everything in the lease. Because many times with the commercial lease, they give you X amount of months free rent in advance for you to do your build out. Now, Kenya kept arguing, you know, she made $80,000 in improvements to the place. And for whatever reason, that argument to date has not held up in court. Now, maybe once she goes to court later, it may hold up. But honestly and truthfully, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, I honestly think that this has less to do with the landlord and more to do with the fact that Kenya just got in over her head. I was thinking about it earlier this evening, and I was thinking, you know, I'm not a woman, I don't go to salon, but I don't think that salons are popular anymore amongst women, particularly black women. I think stylists are popular. I think, and this is just me on the outside looking in, I think women follow stylists. Women are loyal to stylists, not necessarily to a salon. You know what I'm saying? And I may be wrong. But that's that on that. The bigger argument and the bigger conversation that I wanted to have with both Kenya and Britt Edie, both of y'all, I have the same commentary. Both of y'all let the next bitch trick y'all up out y'all spot. Kenya, you let that young girl come up on this show and trick you straight up out your spot. And I don't give a damn what nobody says. It is a huge blow to your finances. Okay? Let me explain something to anybody who's watching and anybody who can hear my voice. There is not a person alive that don't want a job as a Real Housewife of Atlanta. Okay? Let me repeat that one more time. There is not a person alive, especially on the periphery of the entertainment industry, that does not want to be cast as a Real Housewife of Atlanta. There is no other job on the planet where you are going to go do 18 weeks worth of work, filming 3 to 4 times a week, to get dressed, have dinner, and regurgitate last night's party with a bunch of bitches over cocktails that are paid for by a network, where you walk away with $600,000 to $1 million a season. It is a dream job for any and everybody breathing. So Kenya, you let that girl trick you out of the easiest job that you probably had your entire career. Britt Edie, you one weak ass bitch. Baby, you couldn't even stand the rain for a season. You didn't even make it all the way down through. You didn't go to the damn reunion. That's how, and it's funny, that's how weak you are. Britt Edie, you literally did the hardest part, which was get cast on the show. You were successfully able to break through the noise of all the women in Atlanta who are trying to make it on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but you was too damn weak to stand the rain, and you don't realize how even more weak it made you look driving through the driveway of Kenya's hotel salon, trying to like, it makes you look even more weak. You're not gonna win that lawsuit with Bravo. You let Kenya trick you up out your spot, and you fucked around and lost that sissy of a husband you had, and messed around and lost your license, and not even in a position to get paid for your pain because you let Kenya trick you up out your spot. And now you want to ride through the doggone thing. Quiet as it's kept, you and Kenya both need to be friends and start a podcast so y'all can recoup some of this damn money from all the negative attention. That's what you and Kenya need to do. Y'all need to call it Tricked Up Out My Spot. Y'all both two peas of the same pod. Two bitches that allowed the next bitch to trick them up out their damn spot. The only way either of y'all can reconcile this is if y'all start a podcast together and start talking about the rest of the girls. You won't have to pay me for my pain. You have to make this all make sense. Britt Edie, you lost everything. You lost everything behind this being so damn weak. You lost your relationship, your business suffered, and you lost the best job that a girl could ever want. So you don't have one up on Kenya because you drove through and she got kicked out of her salon. Okay, yes, Kenya is going through something unfortunate right now. But baby, she still had multiple years on that show, multiple years of collecting a doggone check. She got a house and a baby out the deal. She got some notoriety. Kenya gonna bounce back on her feet. We got a couple weeks of you in a lawsuit. Next thing we know, you was getting divorced from that gay man, and we don't even know what you're doing at this point. In the reality world, it gets no higher than Bravo and the Real Housewives. And both of y'all hoes let the other trick them up out their spot. This is a lesson for everybody out there. You got to keep your eye on the prize. You have to keep your eye on the prize. And only because I'm high right now and am I drunk, am I going to take it here where I'm about to take it. Do y'all see why I don't respond to them other hoes when they be coming at me crazy? Do y'all see why I don't go where I know them other hoes that don't like me gonna be at? I don't put myself in no situation to get into no shit with them other bitches. You see why I ignore them? Y'all think I'm finna fuck around and let a bitch trick me up out my motherfucking spot? As good as life is, as much money as I'm goddamn making, as much peace as I'm at, as much as I'm building these audiences, as much as I'm getting guest spots on other shows and talk shows, as much as I'm getting offered acting gigs, as much as I'm able to take care of my family, as much as I'm able to vacation, as much as I'm able to buy me and my boyfriend whatever the fuck I want out the damn store, as long as I'm able to drive whatever I want to drive and live wherever the fuck I want to live, do you think I'm finna get out here and let another bitch trick me up out my motherfucking spot over some emotional upset and anger? I mean that when I say I'm not finna let no bitch upset my makeup and disturb my tears. Bitch, I live too good. What they said about me? Oh, okay. What drug I'm on this week? Okay. What disease I got this month? Okay. Who I'm sleeping with now? Okay. Baby, I'm not getting tricked about my spot. Mama not getting tricked about her spot. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not me, girl. Not me. Y'all. Excuse me. Y'all gonna get enough. Y'all gonna get enough. I ain't never make no commentary about T.S. Madison and the DL Whisperer. That ain't none of my business. I don't know all the ins and outs. Maddie wasn't dumb enough to let no bitch trick her out her spot. Right, wrong, indifferent, whoever fault it was, Maddie ain't let no bitch trick her about her spot. Right, wrong, and indifferent, only one of them in jail. Maddie didn't let nobody trick her out her spot. Baby, I look around at all my nice shit and how I get out my bed and walk down the hallway to my office. I ain't let nobody trick me about my spot. Y'all got to think twice. My over 40 crew. That fussing and fighting with folks, rolling around in the mud with folks. Y'all got to see when hoes be trying to invite y'all to a fight so they could make you lose everything. When people know they can't beat you, when they know they can't beat you and they can't win, going head to head in whatever arena you in, they will invite you to the streets. They will invite your ass to rumble in the streets in an effort to make you lose everything. Don't give that to them. Don't give that to nobody. Mm-mm-mm. Moving right along, y'all. This just gonna be a quick hit. Paige Shiver, she is Whitefish that was having an affair with Sherrone Moore, the ex-football coach at the University of Michigan. Good Morning America did a whole piece on her with her crying, with them playing solemn music in the back. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long on this, but I'm gonna say this. White women are some of the craftiest bitches that ever walked the planet. Now, this man was in his early 40s. She was 32. Let me tell you something. You knowingly slept with a married man, and now all of a sudden, it's all about what he did to me, what he did to me. The university didn't protect me. You did not need no protection. And the only reason black men, these white hoes, is going to be y'all damn downfall. They're going to be y'all damn kryptonite. Okay? They're going to be y'all damn kryptonite. Y'all letting these white hoes interrupt the generational wealth that you could be accumulating to give your doggone family. Lady, you was nobody's damn victim. You was sucking and fucking all down to the job, and that's just what it was. You enjoyed it. You was not no 19-year-old intern. You wasn't no young 21 something or another. I don't give a damn about the power dynamic. You liked it when you was sleeping with that married man who had kids. You liked every bit of it. And now things didn't go your way. Shit done hit the damn fan. And now you want to be all to the Good Morning America talking about you as a victim. You are nobody's victim. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Good Morning America, y'all are showing us that there is a lack of top level diversity because it ain't nothing but a goddamn white producer and a white media head that approved this damn story. You cannot tell me if there was a black woman at the toppest level, the highest levels of this, that this story would have been told from this angle and given. She don't deserve no spotlight. Hoes been sleeping with people's husbands since the beginning of goddamn time. People been sleeping with other people's husbands since the beginning of time. Why is she getting a piece like she done been done wrong? Yes, she messed around and got pregnant and the baby was going to have some type of genetic effects or whatever. Oh, well, she shouldn't have had no business having that baby. And see, this is the other thing y'all don't understand. Can y'all bring back old school hoes? Like, old school hoes got pregnant and went and got abortions. Old school hoes didn't even let the married man know they was pregnant. Girl, they found out they was pregnant on Monday, went and got an abortion on Thursday, and was back having sex with the man the following Wednesday. That's what old school hoes did. Can y'all bring back old school hoes who loved their position? Can y'all bring back old school hoes that love their position? Baby, I love being the side piece to this man, baby. I love only having to entertain this man 3 days out of the week. Baby, we have some good loving. He give me some good money, and I got 2 of them. Can y'all bring back them type of hoes? Them the type of hoes I was raised around. Okay, old 90s hoes, drug dealer girlfriend hoes. Oh, y'all need a Miami bitch. Them the type of hoes that I like. Them the type of hoes I could be friends with. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could be friends with the type of woman that's sleeping with somebody else's husband but not tearing up his home. That's a solid bitch. That's a solid bitch. She ain't trying to hurt that lady. She just trying to survive. These hoes these days, y'all be trying to hurt the lady. What about girl code? You can't sleep with this lady husband and want to tell her. What happened to the type of hoes that smile in the lady face and be nice and polite to the lady and don't let the lady have any type of inclination what was going on? Bring them type of hoes back. Baby, respect me enough to smile in my face and you fucking my man, okay? Respect me enough to continue the illusion and so I can't draw the conclusion, baby. I miss them type of hoes, okay? I miss them type. The type that was friends with your grandma down to the church and was sleeping with your granddaddy the whole time. Bring back hoes with dignity, decency, and respect. These new hoes want to jump out front. They want your... No! And quiet as it's kept. Quiet as it's kept. Being a hoe is the better position to be in anyway, if you really want to know the truth. If you really want to know the truth, you already got the best position. You get the best parts of the man and let his wife deal with the rest. And you getting the money. You get some of the money, the good sex. You get the fun parts of him without the headaches. Play your position. But y'all be wanting to go blow up the spot. Y'all be wanting to wear the lady clothes. Y'all be wanting to go get y'all hair done. The same place the lady get her hair done. Y'all be wanting to go to the same Pilates class the lady be wanting to go to. Y'all be on the lady's social media liking that lady pictures. I miss old hoes. I miss the old ones. I miss the old ones. I miss the old ones. Baby, an old hoe be with a married man 15, 20 years, be living good, have his ass taking care of 2 households. I miss old hoes from the 90s. I just do. I do. I do. Y'all drop that in the chat right now. Let me know how many of y'all was old hoes. I'm talking about old hoes. Somebody who had a married man they was going with for 15, 16, 20 years. Them the type of old hoes I like. Drop down in the chat. Let me know if you was one of them old hoes back in your day. Okay? Old hoes go to the field and sit in the bike. They don't do all that crying and carrying on like Lil' Kim did outside of Biggie Fuel. Respect that lady and them childrens. Somebody said they all 65 plus. Somebody said my mama was one. Someone said me. Somebody said my mama. Come on now. Somebody said still am. Me. Me. That's one thing I like about the Funky Bunch. At least we can have honest conversation and be real. Let's just be real about some shit. Relationships are complex. I don't think anybody wakes up and says, I want to be in a 20-year relationship with a married man. But you know what, goddamn it, sometimes shit happens. Okay? And sometimes the way my bill's set up and his wallet set up, oh, where his wife gonna have to get into it. I'm gonna do my best to keep it clean and not interrupt what she got going on, but I need some shit fixed right here. Nate, I'm in a bad. Okay? That's just how it is sometimes. This is how it is. Okay? And I'm telling the truth. That's just how it is. It don't make it right, but goddamn it, it's the world we live in. What you gonna do about it? Last but not least on the story, y'all. Officer Ashley Gonzales. I'm glad that I got some grown women in the chat that understand. It's 10,101 of y'all in the chat. Woo woo. Last but not least on tonight's agenda, Officer Ashley Gonzales, guys. She is the Hispanic officer out there in Texas that got caught using the N-word and saying she would arrest black people, so on and so forth. She's on her apology tour. Take a listen.
I just feel really bad. I just feel really bad that I was just mentioned and it's just so toxic, and I'm just so sorry about that. That is, as you can see, that's not my content. That wasn't my content back then. And I don't know, I just feel really bad. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I think I just need to go to therapy. And I need to go to church. And I just need some like self-reflection, honestly. Because that was just so nasty. But anyway, I just wanted to formally apologize and say I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings. So, anyway.
I don't even have it in me, y'all. Because I'm sure, are we like this? Like, I'm so exhausted. I don't even have it in me. We have been on the receiving end of these type of apologies for so long. It's like, girl, okay, girl, you need to go to church and self-reflect. Sorry if you hurt our feelings. Sorry if you hurt our feelings. Like, girl, first and foremost, it's going to take a hell of a lot more than what you did to hurt our feelings. Our feelings were far from hurt. Girl, you didn't upset our makeup or disturb our tears. You just fucked up your pension. That's what you did. You didn't hurt our feelings, love. You didn't hurt our feelings. Our feelings can't be hurt by you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go out y'all way to want to paint us as the lowest of the low, but in all actuality, it's you. Our feelings could never be hurt by somebody like you. Okay? You are below gutter trash. And I'm going to tell you something. Gone are the days when a bitch just stand up in it. Like, ho, you already got fired. I actually would probably put your picture on the t-shirt and ride with you like you was Griselda Blanco had you got on that bitch and stood up in it. I would have been posting me sitting there at a pool like, fired and unbothered. That's what I would have been on, because the thing about it is no one believes you. See, here's the thing. You know, no one becomes as racist as you were overnight, and no one unlearns those feelings overnight. All right? It took you a lot of years to become that, and it may take you the rest of your years to deconstruct that. Here's the thing. You intentionally shared that video with your closest friends, which suggests that the people you're around, your village, your tribe, y'all all are on par with that shit. You were smart enough to not share it on your main profile, but you shared it with your closest friends because that felt like a safe space, which means that's not of you, it's in you. It ain't on you, it's in you. That's where you come from. That's what your people are about. So even after you got off social media, your village was like, man, that's effed up. Those niggers got you fired. And I'm sure y'all cackled and cried. And I'm pretty sure in behind closed doors, you're making this our fault and not yours. You're sorry if you hurt our feelings. Girl, you didn't hurt our feelings. You hurt your future. Wrong F word. And it was just so nasty. That's not my content. Well, it actually is your content and your character. You posted it. You posted it. And it's so funny because this man in office have got y'all so goddamn delusional that y'all think y'all can just float through and be y'all authentic selves with no repercussions or no consequences. Like, I am sorry. On one token, yes, we like our racist people out loud so we know who to deal with and who not to deal with. But like, what happened to the days when y'all were just smart to be clandestine racist? You've got to be one silly son of a bitch to be an officer of the law and post, like, or share anything that leads towards inequality towards any group of people. That's just not smart. It's just not smart. Secondly, I know that they take polygraphs and they take lie detector tests when people become officers. When are y'all going to start asking the question, are you racist? Do you have racist bias or racist feeling towards any group of people? Do you believe your racist ways will impede upon your ability to justly and fairly do your job? When are y'all going to start asking that question on the damn polygraph test and start seeing if a bitch starts sweating up under their arms and beads of sweat start popping out their damn head? When are y'all going to ask that? You ask every damn thing else. When are you going to ask that on the polygraph test? Because that will help weed out some of this. Nevertheless, child, I'm finna get my ass up off of here and probably go to La Paria. I'm seeing double, bitch. And I'll call y'all later. Bye.